Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to see about partnership. So to solve problems based on partnership, we need to have a brief idea about ratio and proportions as well. So for example, if A is to B is 2 is to 3 and B is to C is 3 is to 4. So if we have to find out the combined ratio, then A is to B is to C will be 2 is to 3 is to 4. We can directly combine if we have the same values. B here, both the values have 3, so we can combine A is to B is to C is 2 is to 3 is to 4. If we have different values like A is to B is equal to 4 is to 5 and B is to C is equal to 3 is to 5, then here we need to multiply this A is to B by 3 and this B is to C by 5 because we have different values. So A is to B will get 12 is to 15 and B is to C will get 15 is to 25. Now we have B values same. Now we can combine the value A is to B is to C is equal to 12 is to 15 is to 25. So now the total runs scored by Dhoni, Kohli and Rohit are in the ratio 5 is to 8 is to 6. What is the total runs? If the total runs scored by them in the series is 760, then what is the total runs scored by Dhoni, Kohli and Rohit individually? So here we have two different types in which we can solve the problem. Like Dhoni's runs, we can take it as 5x. Kohli's run, we can take it as 8x. Rohit's run, we can take it as 6x. So 5x plus 8x plus 6x, we will get 760. So 19x is equal to 760. X is equal to 40. So now just substitute the value of x for each of their ratios. So like 5x, 5 into 40 is 200. 8 into 40 is 320 and 6 into 40 is 240. Alternatively, the other way of approach will be if the ratio is 5 is to 8 is to 6, just add all the values. 5 plus 8 plus 6, you will get 19. So, which means Dhoni scored 5 out of 19 and Kohli scored 8 out of 19 and Rohit scored 6 out of 19. So, 5 by 19 into total value, which is 760, will get 200. 8 by 19 into 760 will get 320. 6 by 19 into 760 will get 240. So both the approaches we need to know and we can choose whichever is easy for us. So now when we are solving problems based on partnership particularly, we need to have some assumptions or some steps which have to be followed. So here it is just a one way of approach in which we can solve the problem. We can solve in many ways, but this is the standard approach in which we can do the problem in a shorter time without any confusion. So for that, we can just assume whatever the values they have investing, they are investing for 12 months period, even if the question they have not mentioned anything. Okay, we are going to assume that is for 12 months period we are going to calculate. Unless there is a condition, we need to assume for each month he is going to invest the same amount. The profit share is shared based on the investment amount they invest. The profit sharing ratio and investment ratio should be same. So for example, if the question says A invested rupees 3000, which means for A is investing 3000 rupees for every 12 months. So 3000 into 12, he will be investing 36,000 rupees. After 6 months, B joined with an investment of 5,000. We know the lock-in period is 12 months, but B is joining only after 6 months. So B will be in the partnership deal for only 6 months. And for each month, he will be paying 5,000 rupees. So total investment paid by him will be 30,000. So the ratios will be 36,000 is to 30,000, which is 6 is to 5. So now we'll go to the problems, some example problems. So Raj invested 76,000 in a business. Okay, so 76,000 he invests for all the 12 months. Monty joined them after few months. We don't know the exact month, so let it be X. So profit ratio, they both share their profit in the ratio 2 is to 1. So profit sharing ratio should be same as the investment ratio. My question is to find out in how many months, for how many months Monty joined with Raj. Okay. So now we know he is there for the full 12 months, but whereas Monty was there for some X months. So their profit sharing ratio is 2 is to 1. So 76,000 into 12 divided by 57,000 into X is equal to 2 by 1. So just by substituting, you will get x is equal to 8, which means Monty joined with him after 4 months and invested for the remaining 8 months. So Monty was in the partnership deal with Raj for 8 months. Same way, A and B started a business by investing the money in the ratio 5:6. C joined with them after 6 months by sharing the same amount is equal to B's share. So it means same 6. So we can take it as 5x, 6x, or we can also assume he invests 5 rupees, B invests 6 rupees, and C also invests 6 rupees. Okay. So A invests 5 rupees for 12 months, B also invests 6 rupees for all the 12 months, but C joined only after 6 months. So which means C invested for the remaining 6 months. So now the combined ratio will be like A is to B is to C is 5 is to 12 is to 6 is to 12, 16 to 12 is to 16 to 6. You will get 5 is to 6 is to 3. And then 20 percentage of the profit, which means 20 percentage of the investment is 98,000. So we got 20 percentage profit, which is equal to 98,000. So 20 percentage of the investment is 98,000. So the total investment is equal to 98,000 into 100 by 20. You will get 4,90,000. Out of this 4,90,000, how much amount was invested by C? So we know 5 is to 6 is to 3 is the total investment. C is invested 3 out of 3 plus 5 plus 6, which is 14. So 3 by 14 into 4,90,000. So we'll get our answer as 1,05,000. So same way, Sony, Moni and Tony started a business by investing rupees 20,000 each. After 5 months, Sony withdrew rupees 5,000, Moni withdrew rupees 4,000, and Tony added 6,000 more. Okay, so now we'll just find out the amount. Sony invested 20,000 for 5 months, and for the remaining 7 months he withdrew 5,000. So which means from this 20,000 you need to subtract this 5,000. So you will get 15,000, and that amount is invested for the remaining 7 months. Similarly for Monty, Monty invested 20,000 for 5 months plus he withdrew 4,000. So which means 20,000 minus 4,000. He invested only 60,000, 16,000 for the remaining 7 months. Tony invested 20,000 for 5 years and he added 6,000 more. So which means now his investment is 26,000 for each month for the remaining 7 months. So now we need to find out the total value. So Sony is to Monty is to Tony. You'll get 205,000 is to 212,000 plus is to 282,000. It means 205 is to 212 is to 282. Okay, at the end of the year the total profit is 699,000. So find the share of each. 699,000. So in this ratio only we will be splitting the profits. Okay, so now we'll take 205 as 205x, 212 282 is 282x is equal to 699,000. So just add and see, you will get 205 plus 212 plus 282, you will get 699. X is equal to 699,000, that is x is equal to 100. So just we need to look into the question and then we need to make our approach in which way you need to solve. Either you can take it as x or you can take it as a fraction. That is up to us to decide, but we can assure that they will be giving the values which are exactly divisible, because this question has to be solved within 30 seconds or 1 minute. So definitely they will give the value which are easily solvable. So now we know x value is 100. So share of s is equal to 205,000, Monty 212,000, and Tony is 282,000. So now next question. Three partners shared the profit in a business in the ratio 5 is to 7 is to 8. They have partnered for 14 months, 8 months and 7 months respectively. Here the months of investment is given directly, so we can easily do our calculation based on the given months. So let the amount of investment of three persons be X, Y and Z respectively. So a person invested 14 months, he invested X rupees. B invested for 8 months, he invested Y rupees. C invested Z rupees for 7 months, so 7 into Z. The investment ratio will be equal to the profit sharing ratio. So based on that, we can take 14x is to 8y is to 7z should be equal to 5 is to 7 is to 8. So now here we cannot directly simplify. So if we want to find out the ratio of their investments, which is x is to y is to z, okay, so now we can express everything in terms of x or everything in terms of y, so that we can find out the net ratios. So now let me take here, 14x is to 8y, which is 14x is to 8y should be equal to 5 is to 7 because the ratio should be same. 14x is to 8y is equal to 5 is to 7. So we can get y value in terms of x. 14x by 8y is equal to 5 by 7, which means 5 is equal to 49x by 20. So similarly, next we can take 14x is to 7z so that we can get z value in terms of x. Okay, so 14x is to 7z is equal to 5 is to 8. So 14x by 7z is equal to 5 by 8. You will get z is equal to 16x by 5. So now we know y is equal to 49x by 20, z is equal to 16x by 5, x is equal to x. So now we want x is to y is to z. So x is to y value is 49x by 20, so z is equal to 16x by 5. So now we have here denominator is 1, here denominator is 20, denominator is 5. So if we multiply throughout by 20, you will get x and x will get cancelled because it is ratio. So we will get 20 is to 49 is to 64. Okay. So now this is how we can solve the problems based on ratio. The basic concept is same in all the cases, but how you are going to approach for a particular problem, it depends upon particular individual. Okay. Thank you.